What voids your Harley-Davidson warranty? Let's talk about that. Let's get cracking. Good moto morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Kraken's Garage. I'm your host, Eric, and on Kraken's Garage, we discuss all good things on 2 and 3 wheels. In today's episode, I was getting ready to install a Screaming Eagle air filter, and I wanted to talk to everyone about what voids your manufacturer's warranty from Harley-Davidson and or your extended service plan from Harley-Davidson. Let's get to it. So I went into my local Harley-Davidson shop to buy a Screaming Eagle air filter, and Kim wasn't available, but another parts person helped me out, and he immediately started going into the books to find me a K&N filter, and I'm like, no, I want OEM Screaming Eagle Harley-Davidson filter. And he wasn't quite connecting the dots, so I said, hang on one second, and I pulled it up on my smartphone, and I said, there's the part number. And he's like, we're out of stock on those. And I'm like, okay, no problem, let's order it. So I ordered the filter, and it came in. And I wanted to talk about how that affects your warranty. This is going to be a long video that's very technical, that is beneficial to anybody that has a Harley-Davidson with a Milwaukee 8 that is under warranty. So I hope you stick around. First off, for the first time that I can remember in 2 years, part number 294000293, country of origin, USA. It's made in America. Now I have 7 pages of notes to get through here, so this is going to be a lengthy video, and I apologize up front. This is Kraken's opinion, so don't take what I'm saying as a guide. Read your actual warranty paperwork that came with your bike for clarification for yourself. Now, if you're currently have a Harley-Davidson with a Milwaukee 8 and or are thinking of purchasing one in the near future, if things stay the same as they are currently in today, you may have seen other videos on this topic, say from 2009 or something like that. This is 2022, things change, and Harley-Davidson's warranty claims have changed drastically. So something as simple as installing an aftermarket air filter can quite possibly void your manufacturer's warranty and or your 3 to 5 year extended service plan. They have gotten so strict on it. The new strict warranty policies only pertain to 2017 newer Harleys with Milwaukee 8 motors. SWR, Service and Warranty Registration. When you buy a brand new Harley-Davidson, you have 60 days from date of purchase to have a certified Harley tech bolt on anything you want. Anything from a stage 1 to a stage 4 to lights, top case, racks, whatever you want, and it is covered under the manufacturer's warranty. If you do it after the 60 days, the only warranty you get is what's carried with the part. That is a lot more limited than the 2-year warranty that you get from the factory. So if you're within your 60 days of your new Harley purchase, Harley Screaming Eagle parts have them installed by a Harley dealership mechanic. All parts and labor will be covered during the 2-year manufacturer warranty and during any extended service plan you purchase. Also, all the parts and labor will be tracked under the vehicle identification number, otherwise known as the acronym of VIN. It can be tracked for the life of the bike. It's as if the bike came from the factory with those parts. An example would be a Screaming Eagle Stage 4 install. You can often finance a Screaming Eagle parts and labor at the time of the purchase into your monthly payments if you so desire. Now you can still purchase Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle parts after that 60 days and have a dealership mechanic install them, and your 1-year warranty will remain intact. However, only the 1-year Screaming Eagle parts warranty will apply, will not be covered in the future if there's a related problem. You can purchase a extended service plan for up to 3 or 5 year plan, depending on what you want. That means if you purchased a 3-year extended warranty, you would be covered for 5 years. Likewise, if you purchased a 5-year extended warranty, you'd be covered for 7 years. Then as long as you don't exceed 75,000 miles, you can renew the extended service plan for an additional 5 years for a total of 12 years risk-free engine work and labor. But this all comes at the price tag, of course, and a reminder that you've been forced only to use Harley-Davidson overpriced parts. So the stipulation on that is to maintain that warranty for up to 12 years, you must use OEM Harley-Davidson parts from cradle to grave on everything you do to your bike. You cannot slap on different air filters, pipes, etc. And we'll talk about more of that in just a minute. What voids your Harley warranty? If you or anyone else besides a certified Harley-Davidson technician installs Harley Screaming Eagle parts or any other brand performance engine parts on your Harley, any warranty you have is technically voided. As an example, and I'm speaking technically here, if you install simple aftermarket slip-on mufflers and aftermarket stage 1 air intake, your 2-year Harley manufacturer's warranty and any extended service plan is voided. Certainly if a non-Harley certified dealership mechanic or you install a stage 4 kit or brand, your Harley warranty will be voided. Further, if you or anyone else installs aftermarket electronic fuel injection and an EFI tuner, your entire Harley warranty is immediately voided. You need to know that. So how does Harley-Davidson know these things? Some things are going to vary from dealership to dealership on how they choose to handle some of these issues and how they choose to treat their customers. And I beat the drum hard on my channel to build a rapport with your local dealership. Go in, talk to them, talk to your parts people, talk to the service writers. Occasionally get a service done, get your tires put on, and you build a rapport with the dealership, so when there's a gray area, they're more than likely going to step up to the plate and help you out. Now, don't be hating on your dealership with this information I'm sharing with you. This is governed by the MoCo. They have a constrictor chokehold on the customer base on how this is all going down. We'll talk about more on that in just a second. But first you need to know that if you take your Harley to any dealership, they need to plug your Harley's engine control module, otherwise known as the ECM, into the proprietary Digital Technician 2 software. It's going to automatically start reading things. If the software determines you have an EFI map tuner, changes in your ECM from an aftermarket to non-Harley EFI tuner, it will immediately and automatically send that info to the servers and will forever be locked on your VIN. Thus, your entire warranty will be voided with Harley-Davidson. Now, you take your bike in for a new tire change or something like that, the dealership will plug your ECM into the digital tech for simple things like even a tire change. And what they're looking for is to see if your boombox infotainment system has a firmware update or something of that nature, and boom, it's tagged and voided immediately on the spot. Simple things like adding a wireless headset interface module, otherwise known as a WIM, for Bluetooth pairing on your boombox. They need to read the ECM to diagnose fuel and or air issues and many other things. So again, all of these red flag whatever you've done to your bike. Simple installs like aftermarket slip-on mufflers or air intake will not be read by your digital technician, as those alone cause no changes to the ECM. On the other hand, EFI tuners do change the air fuel settings on the ECM so it can be read by the digital technician. Thus, I have not put a tuner on this yet because it is still under factory warranty. I have my Tab Performance slip-ons with my shark fins on the back. I'm dragging my feet on putting a tuner on this to make sure that I'm not going to have any issues that might be covered under warranty. Now, your dealerships have some latitude that they, at their discretion, may flex and work with you on these type of issues. Essentially, the aftermarket mufflers and air intake are visual to a dealership and not read by a digital technician. Thus, nothing is sent to Harley servers, and a dealer mechanic can certainly just move along with business and not report such things. But after adding an exhaust system and air intake, you want to have your MAP EFI for optimal performance anyway. You could consider buying the what's known as the Harley Tax, a simple stage 1 EFI download. Now, that's very popular. Instead of putting in an EFI tuner, Harley-Davidson has the ability to remap your fuel injection just with a software download, and I think that runs $200 from Harley-Davidson. In a lot of cases, that's your best bet. You don't necessarily need a tuner. Again, talk to your service writer and ask them. They will steer you in the right direction. Or you could continue to pay more Harley tax, as I call it, and that's to buy a Screaming Eagle EFI tuner, which is not as good as the other aftermarket ones that are available, say from Vance & Hines, etc. I think the Vance & Hines is called the Fuel Pack 3, and pay a Harley mechanic to install it for the sake of keeping your warranty intact. These new strict Harley warranty issues are making customers very upset, especially their older customer base. So it seems Harley is forcing customers to use their Screaming Eagle parts exclusively and only allowing their mechanics to install them. That's not sitting well with the Harley customer base that's been long-time brand loyal customers. Many long-time loyalists are leaving Harley as a result of this very issue, and they're going over to Indian or BMW or whatever variants are out there. So I hope they reconsider in the future, because it's, in my opinion, eroding their customer base as I film this video. Now, if you talk to Harley-Davidson corporate about this, the MoCo, they try to blame all these warranty issues on the recent EPA pressures or Environmental Protection Agency issues. Yes, they're extremely under the thumb of EPA restrictions right now, to the point that their Screaming Eagle EFI tuners are so choked down, they cannot let the bike go out of their shop with an EFI tuner and Screaming Eagle pipes the way it was, say, as little as 10 years ago. Times have changed. So if you want your bike to breathe right, I cannot recommend a Screaming Eagle tuner. I would go in aftermarket. Just know how it affects your warranty. So yes, Harley has made changes ordered by the EPA in past several years, as they are the big dog, so to speak. But to take it as far as avoiding a customer's warranty for simply installing slip-on mufflers or an air intake, in my opinion, is insanity. I can tell you Screaming Eagle EFI tuners, air intakes, and slip-on mufflers are the same as many aftermarket options. Screaming Eagle oftentimes are not as good as other aftermarket options and always at a higher price. I certainly understand major engine work. If you do a stage 4 kit at home in Kraken's garage and then take it to a dealer for a warranty, I wouldn't cover it either. There's so many hack mechanics working on these bikes, they're just terrible. Not in recent years due to COVID, and the used bike market is kind of popping these days, but I normally buy beater bikes, and you ought to see the stuff I'm unwinding that people have hacked on these bikes to get it back to just rideable condition. It's sad. Now here's a pro tip. Any of you that are buying a used Harley-Davidson, and that includes from your dealer or from a private owner, make an appointment to have the bike taken down to your local Harley dealership and put on the ECM and plugged into the digital tech to verify the warranty is still intact before making the deal. If somebody has had pipes on it and it's been to a Harley shop, more than likely it's been canceled, even if it has stock OEM pipes when you're picking the bike up, used bike up for delivery. Very important tidbit there. In all my years, I've never bought a Harley-Davidson warranty, and people ask me, should I buy one? Well, if you're not tech-oriented and you're going to rely on the dealer to do all your work, maybe it's advisable, but you have to be honest to yourself. Are you going to keep the bike long-term? Or are you going to sell it in 2 years with 1,000 miles on it, and somebody like me comes up and snaps it up for 60 cents on the dollar? That's up to you. Now, I personally have never bought a warranty in my lifetime from Harley-Davidson. These designs, by design, they're almost on an agricultural level. They're a very crude motor and machine. Yes, there's high tech on this bike, this very bike right here, but I'm talking about the drivetrain has been around since Christ was a corporal, so bear that in mind. So what's Kraken's opinion of what I'm sharing with you? Because of Harley's warranty issues and them trying to force me personally to not work on my own bike, I think not buying the warranty sends a message to the MoCo. If we all did that, because it's a huge cash cow for the Harley-Davidson. Very few of them ever break down. Ask anybody that has bought a warranty and have they ever used it. It is pure cash in the pocket of Harley-Davidson. It's a very basic motor. I think it would send a message to the MoCo that, enough. And they would probably rethink their process on their warranties. By its very nature, since World War II, Harley-Davidson owners, for 70 years, they buy their bike, they customize it, personalize it with aftermarket parts to include their choice of exhaust, stage 1 intake, and EFI tuner, are kind of the industry standard. And many of us enjoy wrenching on our Harley and take great pride in such. I personally do. It's been done for so many years, and this is one of the big draws for even purchasing a Harley in the first place. It's part of the Harley culture, in my opinion. Take all those things away and Harley will continue to lose their very loyal customers, in my opinion. And that brings us to our conclusion of this episode. A very long one, very technical and very boring, as I tried to warn you up front, but hopefully it helps somebody on their new or used bike purchase in the future and exactly where they stand with Harley-Davidson and the warranty. And there's my ghost dog, Bullet. He's here to remind me to wrap things up. If you'd like to become a Patreon, the link is listed right down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more in the future, hit that subscribe button right down there in the corner. And don't forget, go riding. It's good for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.